Hello, hello. How's it going? I'm like, not sure if technology is working. Let me get my coffee. Ugh. It's been a while, you guys. My goodness. What to say? What to say? I don't even remember the last time I streamed, but I'm here. I finished my spring semester for college. I have only one semester left in the fall. So that's pretty crazy for me. I don't know what to say. It's been a long time. I have been on and off with social media for a while just because I'm just figuring out what I want to do with my life, and I'm a very existential person. So I tend to overthink these things. And yeah, so I'm excited to be back. I honestly did try to um, apply for some part time jobs, and I haven't gotten any responses back. I got a couple interview offers, and those didn't work out. So I don't know. This is kind of all I have left to do job wise, and I'm not complaining. I am so grateful that I have something that I can turn to um, in a time of need. But yeah, the summer's been really slow. I tend to get a little down and depressed in the summertime. I live in Florida, so summers look like, I don't know, I'm assuming how winter looks in other states. Um, yeah, it's just dark and rainy and incredibly hot all summer long, which makes it really hard to go outside, and it's kind of depressing. So yeah, I have just been trying to eat healthy and exercise, keep my mind right. I've been journaling really consistently. I It's funny because this is actually a Hobonichi cover, but I realized that the lectern, however you say it, lectern journals, the A5 size, would fit in here, and I was so excited because I just love Hobonichi covers. I always feel left out when other people are posting Hobonichi, and I want to get a Hobonichi, but I hate the dated because I don't know, like even though I've been consistent and I've been journaling every day, some days I have a lot to say and one page on the Hobonichi isn't enough because I want to write more than just that. But because the pages are dated, it makes it really hard for me to condense what I want to say into one page, or vice versa. If I only have a little bit to say, then I'll feel guilty that I didn't fill the whole page. So I was really excited that I could just put a lecture journal in there and it's just blank, and I can put whatever I want. I can write as long as I want or as short as I want. I can add drawings or just notes about whatever I'm studying about. So yeah, and that's been really fun. Um, I've been deep diving really hard into my ancestry. My grandpa um, was incredibly into ancestry and did a lot of ancestry work. And now, unfortunately, he has Alzheimer's, and that's been really emotional and hard to deal with. But I am at an age where I have so many questions that I wish I could ask, but he just can't remember. And I was able to find a lot of his ancestry notes and pick up kind of where he left off in our family's history research. So I've been deep diving into my mom's side, my dad's side, trying to figure out when and who came to America. So that's just been really fulfilling for me and interesting. I would define myself as a lifelong learner. So I am just getting a lot of fulfillment out of learning for my family's history and getting better at that. And that's been really awesome. I'm basically lethargic. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. I'm just rambling. I am just catching up on where I've been, what I've been up to. Hello, Lux Dashwood. Welcome to the stream. I've just been using ancestry.com, and then rambling is fun. But I've been using ancestry.com, and then once I get to like a person in my family who is from a certain country, I actually found that there's websites for specific countries that you can go on that country's website and look through their archives of what like documents they have. So that's been really helpful too, because sometimes ancestry.com can't pull up every single resource. So being able to look at that country's websites too were really helpful in confirming like who's the parents, who's like who are their children, and like putting those links together. So yeah, you talking about ancestry is reminding me of my new joke. Oh God, what is it? I've also been really deep diving into tarot and oracle. That's been really healing for me and interesting, scratching that learning itch that I have since I'm kind of off of school right now. So that's been really fun to try to learn a new system and use the cards. I'm really into spirituality, so it's been really fun to just research all those little things that I'm interested in but never have time to look into. It only works for short people. I am like 5'2". um, uh, you think in 100 years someone in your family do research on you? I don't know. That's why, like, part of what's so fun about the research is I journal every day. So I'm so interested in the past and I have kind of a fixation on the past and analyzing the past, but I remind myself that when I journal, I'm also leaving behind something that my like kids or grandkids can look at if I ever have kids. That's like a whole other topic, but yeah. Um, are you descended? Wait, are you descended from? Are you descended? Wait, what? I'm so confused. I have no idea what that means. Never know, some future relative might find your streams. That would be true. That would be cool. I don't know. Sometimes I honestly get kind of sad. Like, I do have a depressive disorder, so I can get kind of sad with ruminating on the past, but sometimes I wish that there was more documentation that my ancestors did, just pictures or like journal entries and letters and little things like that. It's like, I wish I could know them, I wish I could look back and get to know who they were and how that might, affect who I am. I don't know. Oh, I get it. Basically lethargic. 3'6" is pretty short. Definitely not that short. Hello, Shad's Live. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah. It's my birthday month too, and that's also kind of a trigger for me. My birthday month, I get a little sad girl summer in July and June. But yeah, it's going by really fast, and what am I looking forward to? What am I looking forward to? In August, I start up school again, which I'm really excited about. I miss being in my community studio so freaking much. Um, I'm a very introverted person, honestly, and if you'd see me in person, I'm not talking to anyone. But I just love being in the energy of the art studio. I miss the other students, I miss my classmates, I miss my teachers, and it is so like when you're having a bad day and one of your classmates or your teachers just says hello, like that just means so much to me and I just miss them a lot. And I don't know what I'm gonna do when I graduate because I'm just gonna miss being there a lot. I don't know. Suffer from generalized anxiety disorders and major depression. Exactly, me too. So yeah, I go through little phases. I feel like I get a little depressed like once a season, like summer, fall, winter. I feel like I almost never get depressed in the spring, but yeah. But it's not that bad. I've been in therapy since for like 10 years now actually, now that I think about it, which is crazy. Um but yeah, I've gotten a lot of tools from therapy, and I don't know, like I'm kind of at the point where when I talk through my problems, like just talking about the story, it doesn't help me a lot anymore. But, you know, recognizing my feelings and then having the tools to like cope with that, like, hey, maybe I need to be eating foods and like going outside, and that usually helps. So it's nice, like, as I get older to recognize, like, hey, I'm actually getting better at dealing with my depression, you know? A lot of streamers, at least the cool ones, seem to be introverts. I know, it's so weird. We're just like a community of introverts. Actually, July is a tough month for me for whatever reason. Yeah, same. July is so hard for me. And for some reason, it's like July and then like the New Year's, like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day is like a very, what's the word? I don't know. I don't want to use the word triggering because there's nothing specifically triggering about it. It's just that I know in those months I normally get depressed. So yeah. Best part of therapy is learning those tools. Yes, exactly. It's so true. I honestly like just having that to ground me. Like, I need to be grounded. Like, of everything I just said, like spirituality, astrology, tarot, like all these things keep me kind of in the clouds, and like art in general, and all of these things keep me like very not grounded in my reality. So it really helps me to like do breath work, do like tapping, and do like meditation, yoga, like moving my body, running, like all those things really ground me, and that's really helpful. Actually, it ends like right here. Right here is the cutoff, so I don't know, it's not that large, I guess. Just like a queen, I think. So yeah. And I made this print in no. I made it in the winter of 2025. I just posted about it on my Instagram, my art Instagram page. And yeah, I don't know, like it just makes me so happy to see her fully hung up. I'll try to show you guys. Isn't it pretty? I love it. I love it so much. I love looking at it. I love that it's there now. So yeah, I'm very happy. And I got this new camera I'm figuring out. It's called the OBS Bot 4K. It's really, really, really good, and it just immediately connects to stream, and it just makes me so happy because I used to have the GoPro. I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to stream with my GoPro, and that was just such a pain to connect to OBS for some reason. It was so freaking annoying. It would always give me trouble every time. So it feels so good to have like a dedicated streaming camera that just does what I need it to do. New Year's used to be bad for me, but I had to go with having someplace to go. I no longer care about partying on New Year's Eve. What makes me sad about it is the season is over. I know, me too. I thought it was abstract, but those are plans. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I think for me, like, what's hard about New Year's is like, I kind of reflect back on how the year went, and I think about all the goals that I made that I didn't hit, you know? Because I love like vision boards, I love Pinterest, like I love stuff like that. So I think I just kind of ruminate on all the stuff that didn't come to fruition, that I kind of feel like I failed on. But I don't know, I also have a problem with kind of setting really high goals that are hard to achieve. So I kind of set myself up for that in a way, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Last night, on Amazon, we ordered this mocha pot. It's like one of those little espresso maker things. And we started making coffee. And so I'm really excited because now I have some really yummy coffee. And I used to just have, what was it called? Instant espresso. Like we would just use instant espresso with like microwaved water. And even though it was really delicious to me, it's fun to have like a little upgrade to our daily routine. For me, it was if I didn't have a New Year's Eve party to go to, then I was a loser. I got over that, thankfully. I guess I felt the same because my family would just go to bed. And I always wanted to watch the ball drop on the TV show in New Year's in like New York City, like the show they show on TV, but no one would stay up with me. So I felt I don't know, not depressed, but just a little down that I didn't have someone to watch with. Yeah, like they would just go to sleep and I'm like, hello, we have to watch the ball drop. Here, 1 second. What? They wouldn't even stay up till 9 p.m.? That's crazy. On the East Coast, it's like exactly midnight, so they would go to bed at like 9. And then it'd be like, hello, thought we were gonna like hang out, but I guess not. I think today's the new moon. I was thinking about doing some journaling. Let me see. It is today. Oh no, it's tomorrow. The new moon is tomorrow. Back then they didn't show it live? Really? That's weird. I don't remember a time they didn't show it live. That is like tripping me out a little bit. I thought it was always live. Maybe I just didn't know the reality of things somehow. Vampires? That's so specific. Why vampires specifically? So it's a new moon in Cancer. I always like, I do care about the sign of the new moon. but I always feel like, how does that apply though? Like, I have a hard time connecting the dots between, like, how does Cancer show up as a new moon? New moon is like new beginnings, fresh start. You know, I kind of think of it like an empty bowl, like you're ready to receive all the things that you wish for because of the dumb Twilight movie. That's funny. Oh yeah, new moon, that's true. Yeah, so new moon to me is like, yeah, like just calling in what you desire, what you want to call in. And Cancer is emotional energy, so just connecting in with that. I keep thinking it's today. I don't know why I keep thinking it's today. I'm deep. That's a good trait. Thanks. I think I'm too deep. I tend to be like too emotional, you know what I mean? I'm like too in my head. But you know, we try to balance that out. Cancer is the water energy. I'm trying to pull up like a little blurb about it. New moon on Monday. I've never heard of that song. That sounds cool though. In line with the nurturing water-based energies of Cancer, a ritual bath during the Cancer new moon can offer a powerful opportunity for purification, rejuvenation, and intention setting. Water has long been associated with emotional healing, making it a perfect fit for this lunar phase. I mean, I just want to hear about, not that, like I want to hear about Cancer. You know what I mean? I know, Lux Dashwood, that is so true, and I think that's something I'm also trying to accept as I get older, is like, even though sometimes I feel an incredibly deep sadness, I also have space for like the incredible joy and like the whole spectrum, you know, like being open to all of the feelings, you know, not shaming sadness or making myself feel bad, but more so recognizing like, hey, like that's actually beautiful that you can feel so many feelings, because some people can't. You're forgiven if you don't know it. That does sound familiar, but I don't know that. If you had asked me in a trivia question, I wouldn't have known. Hi, Grandmaster Wrong. Welcome to the stream. I'm just reading a little thing about the new moon in Cancer tomorrow. The last 3 months have been full of forward motion, which is so freaking true. Aries season has starting is fresh. Taurus season has us building something solid. Gemini season, I feel like Gemini season was very reflective for me. It wasn't so about gathering information and exploring new ideas. It was towards the end, but in the beginning, I was just like, what is going on? Like, so Aries season, I was like, had so much momentum. Everything felt easy for me. I felt like I just thought of something and I just did it. Like, there was no hesitation. I just felt comfortable being like, F it, let's do everything, you know? And then Taurus season, like, right when Taurus moon hit, I literally like felt like I hit a brick wall. Like all of a sudden I was just like burnt out and I was like drained. And then Gemini season came and I just started questioning everything. I was like, but Aries season, like I could do it. I could do it all. And like how come I was working so hard and it was so easy and now I just can't do anything. That's how I felt at Gemini. Like, I started to reflect on that. And then I just started feeling really shitty about that. Like, honestly, for like 2 weeks. And then towards the end of it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take advantage of this extra time I have and start being open to new ideas and exploring new information. Like I told you guys with the ancestry research I've been doing, and just kind of trying to culminate a vision for my gallery exhibition at the end of the year that I'm working on. And now it's like we're hitting Cancer season, and I'm like kind of starting to think about my feelings about that though. Like after all of that, I'm like, how does that feel? You know, like I'm starting to be like, but is this in alignment with what I want to do? I don't know. Like now I feel all wishy-washy. Now that we're in Cancer, I'm just like, oh God, what is going on? I feel very wishy-washy and unsure and trying to tap in to the feelings of it all. Like I have all these ideas that I gathered, but how do I feel about it? What feels good and what doesn't feel good? And it's just this back and forth. It's so much. But yeah, tomorrow is the Cancer new moon. So it's like, I feel like every new moon, or not every new moon, literally new and full, either one. I feel like every time it's like about slowing down and thinking about stuff, but also the energy that Cancer brings in is what is the emotion that I'm having? Like, what is my inner experience experiencing? What can I bring to the table in my community? Or how can I invite others to reflect on their feelings with me? I think that's something I've been reflecting on a lot too, is like, I have always had a hard time making friends, and I think it's because I get too in my head and I convince people that I convince myself that people don't like me, which is a whole other sidetrack. But I think I'm getting the sense that this Cancer new moon is more about figuring out how I feel and grounding into that so that I can express that with my circle of friends and new friends and people that I want to call into my life. Like, what is it that I'm looking for? What is it that I think is right and wrong? What do I think is good or bad? Not that everything has to be duality based, but yeah, I don't know. Just very emotional, and just leaning into those feelings and knowing that they're valid and validating your journey. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is feeling those things, but definitely let me know if you're feeling those things too. And yeah, like Cancer is a water sign. Water moves, you know, I think that's kind of what I'm getting at, is water will conform to whatever container it's in. So another way to think about that is like, are the people in my life able to meet me where I'm at? You know, am I in a safe container? Like, who can I look to be my container of emotions? You know, like in a less poetic way, I guess, is like, if I wanted to talk about all these feelings, who can I pour into that is a safe person for me? Or who could I call upon, you know? And I think that's something I've personally been reflecting a lot in my own life. Hi, bye, Mr. Frosty. Welcome to the stream. I'm just talking about the Cancer new moon tomorrow and all the vibes that I've been getting lately. My intuitive downloads, what's going on, how things are looking. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm just reflecting on. And I know, yes, Frosty, I don't know why I always say your full username. For some reason, there's certain people that I say their full username. I've been good. I've been really good. I'm just figuring out my path, figuring out where I want to go, figuring out like a direction. So yeah. You know what is interesting too is another more imagery that I'm getting is, I would say about 2 weeks ago, I was really feeling this like crossroads energy where I was feeling very like I'm facing a lot of directions, like which direction should I go and not sure which direction I should take. But now, like with this new energy kind of flowing in, I'm feeling like it's more of like a river energy where I am just kind of surrendering to like where my gut is telling me to go, and I'm surrendering to where my emotions are flowing, you know, like where is the energy flowing to naturally, I think is something that I've been really focusing on, like I would say subconsciously. Like I haven't really journaled about this or talked about this out loud, but I think that's what I'm just feeling into is like, how can I calm the fuck down and just surrender to the flow that I'm feeling energetically? Where can I surrender and let it just take me in that direction? And like just allowing that to happen instead of fighting against it and asking, is this right? Is this wrong? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Instead, just being like, I will go where the energy is taking me, you know? Yes, I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. I'm sorry I'm so rambly today. I don't know what is going on with me, but I'm just rambly. I think it's this coffee. I was just talking earlier about getting this mocha pot. It literally got delivered this morning, and so I made some coffee and it's very strong. So I'm very hyped up. Frosty, I was talking about that earlier as well. Like I've been looking for a job. I've been applying to so many jobs, putting in so many applications, and I literally haven't gotten anything back. It is slow season here in Florida. For those of you who don't live in Florida, Florida tends to be an extremely tourist-based state. So during the fall and winter months, we're very busy, but when it gets hot and the heat hits, everyone dips out. And so the people who live in Florida full time have a hard time finding a job in the summer because it's dead. Like there's no business, there's no people buying stuff, so companies aren't really hiring. And I've been trying to find a job and I just freaking can't find a job. So yeah. I went to Miami last week. Oh my god, I love Miami. Did you have so much fun? What was your favorite thing that you did? Where was your favorite restaurant, favorite activity? Tell me everything. I'm just reading a little bit more about Cancer. I think I kind of hit everything that I wanted to say. Free diving? No way! I've always wanted to do that. I'm so jealous. I am too freaking scared. Honestly, like I don't know. I love watching videos of other people free diving, but I am very scared of free diving. And I think it's something you really have to train for, like to be able to do like for a long time. Like sorry, I'm getting the hiccups. Being under the water like for longer than a freaking minute or however long you can hold your breath. It's currently summer, so you must go underwater snorkeling. I know, I'm just scared. Like, we don't have, like, in Florida, it's literally just ocean. Like, we don't really have places to dive that's like a lake, if you think about it. So I'm just afraid of the open ocean. it's just so massive. Like, I just don't know what could be down there, you know what I mean? Scary. Whenever I go on Pinterest, I keep seeing these like incredible owl tattoos, and it just makes me want an owl tattoo so bad, to be honest. It's so pretty. I love owls. Sometimes it's scary because the greatest enemy is the white sharks. I know that there is enough research out there to prove that sharks only attack if you like try to mess with them, but I'm still scared. I'm still scared. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Do you guys ever like go to look something up and then you forget that you were gonna look something up and then it's like, oh, I'm like just completely distracted and I totally didn't look up what I meant to. Let's see. Where did you go snorkeling, Frosty? Did you have like a... Was it in the ocean or was it somewhere else? Bali! Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. That sounds awesome. That's freaking amazing. Man, you're brave. You're brave. I'm proud of you for getting out there. Let me think here. Okay, yes. Penida Islands, Ubud, and other Bali places. That sounds awesome. Sounds freaking awesome. What else? What else? I think another thing too, Rusty. Thank you, thank you. I think another thing too is like I have too many goals. I have too many things I want to do. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's relatable or not, but like I'm like I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to like I want to journal every day. I want to journal, meditate, yoga, art every day. I want to do creative writing. It's like way too many things. And I can never make enough time for it. Like, I feel like if I really, really, really tried, I could have enough time for it. But I just, like, end up watching TV. Or I end up just reading a book. Which is another one of the bajillion things that I want to do every single day, but it's hard. It's hard to like actually freaking be like, hold on, how much are you actually gonna do? Because we don't really know what this is actually gonna lead to. It's pretty funny to me. I make myself laugh. I think it's funny because the older I get, the more I feel like I know myself. And when I notice myself doing these little patterns over and over and over again, sometimes I just make myself laugh, but not like I'm making fun of myself, but more so just like, oh, Sarah, you're so cute that you think you could do all those things, but you can't. You never do. That's literally how it is. Like, adult me is like, oh, that's so cute that you think you're gonna do all those things you're not actually gonna do. I came as book reader since I was like 2 years old. Oh, Frosty. One of the things I'm most depressed about sometimes is like, I wish that I could read. To be honest, I wish I could read, because you know what, like, when I try to read, I get so distracted. I, like, if there's any sound around me, I have a hard time like focusing on the words, or like I'll reread the same sentence like 5 times. And that's one of the downsides of having ADHD. I, medicated, sure, but it doesn't really help you focus on what you want to focus on. It just helps you focus, like, period. So you still can't really control what you focus on. So even though I have like medication and therapy and all these things, like, when I try to read a book, if there is a lot of distracting stuff, I will focus on the sounds around me, and then it's really hard to read. So yeah, and there's ways around that. Like, one of my favorite things ever that I've ever gotten is these noise canceling headphones. They're one of the best accommodations for ADHD that I've ever found. But sometimes I just don't feel like wearing them because of other ADHD problems, like sensory overload, or I don't want to be fully like noise canceled, like if someone is around and I want to hear little things that they want to say to me. So yeah, it's it's an inner conflict for sure. What helps me is to trace my finger along a sentence. Yes, you know what? I literally just fucking like discovered that, which I feel like I am so late to the party on, but yes, that has also helped me. Or having like a little card, like I'll get one of my cards out, like having like a little card that I can put like on the line and then like move it down as I'm reading. That helps me a lot too, because sometimes my finger isn't enough. I know that sounds really stupid, but sometimes like just using my finger isn't enough, because I'm like looking past my finger at the words that are past wherever I'm pointing. So sometimes the card helps me, because then I can block out what's coming next. Feels so silly, but yes. Listen, yes, listen to music helps too. That's why I put on this lo-fi, because even though like we're not actively listening, it's still relaxing to have something on in the background and fill out that dead air space. Oh my god, Moa Coffee Appa, you were just so right. You are just so right. It's so true. Anyway, how was everyone's weekend? Has anyone been watching the World Cup? I cannot believe I haven't even talked about this. Has anyone been watching the World Cup? Because I have, and it's pretty crazy. The last few games have been really insane. Honestly, I don't really care about soccer, but it's just on at my house because I live with people who do care. And it's funny because the last few games have been so intense. Like, you can really tell the last few teams that we have in the World Cup are really, really good, and you can tell because every game that we watch gets crazier than the last, so it's really interesting. A 5.1 channel soundbar? Wow, that sounds awesome. Isn't that like a really good speaker? I think that's a really good speaker, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Someone I know was like bragging about that, and I was like, like, good for you. I have no idea what that is, but good for you. Oh my god, I feel so mean sometimes because sometimes I just pretend to know what people are talking about because I don't care to ask. I feel like it sounds so mean, but I mean, it has to be relatable, you guys. Sometimes it's like I'm happy for this person, but I don't really know what that is. I have a wireless amplifier rear speakers. Okay, good. I'm glad I guessed right because that's what I thought it was, but I wasn't positive. So yes, that is good to know. Oh yes, so I was going to talk about as well what is... Oh, I was just catching up on chat, making sure I didn't miss anything. What is coming up that I'm very excited about. So, what is in store for the rest of 2026? It's very exciting. So, right now I am off of school. I have a little break for summer, which I am trying to use every little bit I can for research about my upcoming final project for my degree, in my bachelor's degree in art. Our final project is a big gallery exhibition and I'm really excited about it. I'm doing everything I can in all my free time to use that time to research for my project. So currently, starting to lose my voice already. Currently I am researching Ancestry, like I told you, my ancestry.com, because I think I want to do something that is inspired by my heritage and my ancestry and my family, like my lineage. I am just feeling really inspired by that lately. I just feel so grateful for all of the people who survived. Like, if you really think about it, it's just crazy to think about how so many people had to come together over time, like, for you to exist. You know what I mean? Like, and there's just part of me that feels like that's such a miracle in a way, without getting too deep, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just really inspired by my ancestry. I have a lot of Welsh, Scottish, Irish heritage, so a lot of my heritage is based in Celtic past, which was interesting because I actually just, like, side story, I actually just found out last night when I was doing some research that the Celts came, I think, please don't quote me on this, I'm still learning, okay, so I'm still learning, but the Celts came from, and Anglo-Saxons came from Europe to UK, like England, but when the Christian Crusades came through to spread Christianity, the Celtic traditions spread out to the outer fringes of the UK, like Scotland and Cornwall, which is like very south end of England, which is so interesting because that's exactly where my family's from. Those exact cities. So I have family that is from Cornwall, Bath, England, Perth, Scotland, a lot of Scottish and Southern English, which gives me a lot of excitement that, yeah, my family is Celtic and it's very exciting, and I'm just really inspired by Celtic mythology, Celtic art, so I really want to incorporate all those things into my final project. Bye, Frosty. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Have an amazing day. So yes, and then my main mediums of art is printmaking and writing. I do a lot of writing and pottery. So I want to do some ceramics. I'm thinking I will make some sculptural vases or something like that. I'm still looking into form, but idea-wise and design-wise, I'm looking at a lot of Celtic inspiration. So yeah, I'm just very excited. I want to honor my ancestors with my project if I can, and just learn as much as I can So yeah, that's been really fulfilling for me. It's something I've always been interested in, but just had never had enough tools or honestly confidence to look into all of that. I think it takes a lot of time and energy to learn, but I also have a minor in art history. So I was taught a lot about research and how to research the past. I wanted to say history and past and then combined it, but yeah, so I was taught how to do academic research, how to find sources, how to find credible resources, and putting those connections together. So that's just been really awesome to feel like I'm really using that knowledge, and I have a lot more self-confidence because I was taught all these things, and I don't know, it just feels really good. You know, like, I don't know if you guys can relate, but it just feels really good to like learn something and then really be able to apply it and be like, holy crap, like I really did like learn this thing, and now I can do this skill that I didn't think I could do, but now I learned this skill and it's so cool. So yeah, that's what my summer has been taking up by, and that's what I'm going to continue working on over the next few weeks. And yeah, and then August, I start school again. I start the marathon haul of putting together my gallery exhibition. I'm really excited about it. I'm really nervous about it. It's gonna be really hard, but really, I think it's gonna be really fulfilling for me. And then in December, I graduate, which is so insane, like, to say. It's been a 6-year journey, literally, of working towards my bachelor's degree. I've had a lot of bumps in the road. I've grown so much. I was diagnosed with ADHD along the way, and I stopped school for a couple years, so it's been a really long journey for me to get to this point. And honestly, there was a long time when I didn't think that I would ever complete my degree. I honestly didn't think that I would be capable. I thought I would never return to college. So it just feels really good to look back and be like, holy shit, like I did it. I didn't think I could do that, and I did. So it's a really big life accomplishment I've been working on for a really long time, and I'm just really excited that it's kind of coming to an end. It's very bittersweet, but I am excited for the next phases of my life. I'm excited to kind of close this chapter, you know, like I think there's a part of me that feels like when I was working on this degree that I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I was smart enough. I didn't think I had all the tools or the knowledge, and to kind of prove to myself that I did and that I could do it is really cool. And I look forward to kind of closing that chapter and putting that self-disbelief behind me in a way, you know, where it's like, I don't have to think that anymore because I did it and I proved to myself that I could do it, and now I can leave that behind me. So I don't know. Maybe it's too deep, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's pretty much the rest of my 2026. I have a couple, or really, actually, yeah, I do actually have a couple trips coming up. One is with family to go to just like on a work slash fun trip. And then the second trip is to visit my grandparents who are in senior living center. They're being taken care of. They're very old. They're struggling a lot with Alzheimer's, and it's very emotional. But yeah, I'm gonna see them, and I'm really excited to see them so that I can just spend what time we have left together. I was really close with my grandparents growing up, so I think it's like really hard to see them get older, but in a way it's also like I'm glad they're still here. But yeah, I don't get to see them very much because they live, you know, states away, far away. So I'm excited to see them. It's been a long time, so that's gonna be fun. And yeah, and I'm excited for the holidays. I think another thing I don't like about summer is that there's no holidays. Like, yeah, there's 4th of July, but it just kind of feels like, I don't know. I don't know if everyone feels like this, but 4th of July kind of feels like a throwaway holiday. Like, I don't know. To me, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween are like all way more fun than 4th of July, but it's still fun to see family and celebrate. It's fun, but to me, it doesn't scratch the holiday itch. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a seasonal holiday. I think as I kind of explore my spirituality more, I do feel a lot more value in the seasonal holidays than just like political holidays. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people on some level agree with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then also, I have this really old iPad. Oh my god, is it like 10 years old? It's not 10 years old, but it's pretty old. It's like 8 or something years old. Pretty old. But I did dig it out and it's working really well. It's actually very well taken care of. I barely used it, to be honest, since like years ago. I was like using it a lot and then I just stopped. So I have been trying to use my iPad more for drawing. I have some other personal projects that I want to do. I have a lot of, like I said, I love journaling and research. So some of my personal projects are more about researching spirituality and documenting what I agree with and what I disagree with, and just trying to figure out like what I like and don't like. Very witchy based stuff like zodiac signs and just little things like that, or herbology or tarot or whatever. So I dug this out and I'm excited because I want to design some pages. I saw someone on Instagram who makes like, I wouldn't say like, I don't know, they call it like a book of shadows or like a grimoire, but I think, I don't know, it's more of like a public, like you can download these pages and print them out, whatever. But anyway, I digress. So they start with drawing it on their iPad and then they'll print out the design, and then they'll trace it into the book. So I think that's like kind of my dilemma that I'm having now in my personal project, is because right now this is my journal. It's a Lectern 1819. I forget. I don't know. It's an A5, and Lectrum. I was trying to find the name in here. It's Lectrum 1917 A5, and its problem is that it's bound, so the pages are all glued together, and I love that for my journal, like my personal journal, like my diary. But my dilemma is, do I put my research into my diary that would be chronologically put, like laid out, or do I want to use more of a binder system where I have a separate thing, like a separate journal for research that is more just like facts based or like spirituality based and no emotions? Where I can move the pages around. So I think that's kind of my dilemma. I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do with that. But it was really cool to see that person who designed the pages on her iPad, printed it out, and then she could put it into the bound book by tracing on just like a piece of paper, and then having it laid out that way. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time deciding. But it seems either way that it would be helpful to do it digitally, and so that way I don't have to commit. I do love writing with a pen. I don't know why I picked this up. I really don't. I used to write in pencil religiously because, you know, spelling errors, I want to erase if I mess something up, whatever. But somewhere along the way, I realized that I just like how pen looks better. And it's permanent. You know, that's why I decided. So anyway, there's this other YouTuber. She does journaling videos, and what was cool about it is she said specifically that she will write in pen because it's archival and it won't fade over time. And I think that just really resonated with me because obviously that was a really long time ago that I watched that video, but when I was thinking about that, it really just struck me because I do think there is some part of me that journals for the sake of being able to look back on it when I'm older, for the sake of being able to remember my memories or have some kind of evidence of what I was up to at the time. And that just really resonated with me, so I started writing religiously in pen, and I realized that an incredibly great bonus to writing with pen is that it is honestly just easier to read for me. Because for some reason with pencil, it just seems a lot more faded or washed out. It's really hard for me to write in pencil, and I think that's why ever since I was a very little kid, I'm very heavy-handed with writing, because with a pencil, when you're writing with a pencil, it comes out darker when you have more pressure. So yeah, anyway, I digress. That's kind of what I've been up to with my own little personal projects. It's been really fun, just kind of reconnecting with my iPad. I have obviously the most beat up, peely, wrinkly, you can't really see it in the camera, but it's very beat up on the edges case. So I do want to get a new case, but it's nice to kind of reconnect with my iPad and trying to figure out how that kind of fits into all of my little habits and things. And what else? I don't know. I feel like that's all I have for now. I know it's very rambly, but yes, that's what I've been up to. Yeah, I always have a hard time with therapy during the summer, so especially when my therapist would go on vacation, which I do want her to have vacation, but sometimes I wish she was accessible all the time. But that's kind of why I got back into journaling and why I journal every single day now. I've kind of made it I don't like using the word non-negotiable, because I think part of that is kind of forcing yourself to do that habit. But it has kind of become a habit for me to do it every single day. Even if I don't feel like it, I will just write down a couple things or do a little like daily tarot card pull or something like that and just reflect on the card if I don't have anything to say. I've been trying to pull tarot every day just to learn the cards and get familiar with that. So yeah, I don't know, that's been really fun for me to learn. I get so much out of learning. I get so much out of learning. So that's been really, really awesome for me, honestly, to have a lot of things that I can learn about, because I think when I'm in college and I have classes consistently, it scratches that itch that I have, but during the summer, I have nothing to focus all of my energy on, so it really helps to have something to, like, channel that that energy into, to be able to learn about all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. That's me. That's everything. I don't know what else I want to talk about, but there's a lot of services that I would love to offer soon that I am considering opening up spots for, but I'm still kind of defining what my system looks like. I am incredibly interested in working with clients one-on-one, but I need to put together a little more clear of guideposts, you know, so just figuring out what that looks like. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously streaming consistently again. So yeah. I think what's so appealing to me about streaming is not editing. I hate editing. And I've also been very inspired because one of my favorite YouTubers at this time, is that one of the streamers that I really like right now, she also doesn't edit her videos. And I don't know, there's something so validating about that. I think today we live in such a competitive era of social media and everyone wants to look the most edited, the most polished, the most professional, whatever, but there's something very refreshing about having a YouTuber be like, I hate editing and I'm not gonna edit and you're gonna get me raw, just saying my thoughts, and I'm gonna post that. So yeah, I've been inspired by that, but it's funny because I kind of convinced myself I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, and then I ramble on for an hour about a bajillion different things. I think I have a lot more to say than I give myself credit for, which is a whole other topic, I guess, but yeah. And I think that's like the other trap of it, right? Like the other side of the coin is I want to do a bajillion and one things. And then when I sit down and I think about, okay, let's make something, I'm just like analysis paralysis because I want to make bajillion things. Same goes kind of with my art, I guess. I'm always like, what's the word? Yeah, like I just have a bajillion projects that I want to make. And I'm like, dang, I don't know which one to start on. So yeah. How's my pottery been? It's been really good. I made some prototypes of things that I might make for my first series. I do have my Etsy shop is actually up and live now. That's really exciting for me. So if you want to purchase something on there, that's available. But all of the things that are posted right now are projects that I had in the past. And while they're great, I would love to have a more concise collection that is available all the time. It's a timeless collection, something that I just have a personal goal on, is something that I always want to offer in my shop, is just like a basic, like any season, any event pottery that someone could buy for their home or as a gift or whatever they want it to be. But yeah, I just have a hard time figuring out what exactly that looks like, and I guess I would either make it black or white. I don't really know yet. So yeah, that's just kind of what I'm just figuring out currently with my pottery stuff. And my whole premise for Ritual Mud is the timeless ritual of your daily coffee, your daily snacks, your everyday altar offerings, or little trinkets that you use every day. I personally believe it is very important to have pieces in your home that are important to you. Like this was a gift from family, and I don't know, I just really believe in that. And I think my goal with Ritual Mud is to have pieces that people feel comfort with, people feel a close bond with, and remembering that this is something you use every day, or it's like a friend, you know? I think that's what's important to me about ritual mud, is acknowledging that daily ritual you have, like with your friend that serves you coffee every day, that gives you something beautiful to look at. And that's what I don't know, that's just what I really believe in. I feel like I should make a video about that. That would be really good to make a video about that. Just reflecting on your daily rituals and how that's important to ground, to give your mind something comforting, something memorable to ground into, or to just slow down. I think technology and our phones have us so locked into the endless loop of ideas and input, you know, and I think it's so important to just put the phone down and sit down and just savor your morning coffee, your morning tea, your breakfast, or stop in the middle of the day for a snack, or, you know, have something that you can, you know, hold tangibly, and just grounding into that. I think that's personally brought me a lot of peace, and something that I really love about pottery again and again, something I always remember with ceramics, is the endlessness of ceramics. If you think about it, all of the oldest, I wouldn't say all of, but most of the oldest artifacts that we have of history are ceramic, and they last forever. You can make a mug and it lasts a million years, and I think that acknowledging that like timeless bond you have with something that you use every single day is so important. Something not a lot of people like intentionally think about. So I think that's like really what my message is about, is thinking about that relationship and choosing ceramics for your home that is based in that intention, based in thinking about all of that. So yeah, I don't know. Hi, Grandmaster Wrong. Have you been here this whole time? Have you been listening to my ramblings for the last hour? Another thing with ritual mud is mud for your rituals. So your cauldron, your altar pieces, your little offering dishes, or little sculptures, stuff like that. So I want to make ritual tools as well. Or like necklaces, you know, like jewelry, amulets, things like that, that bring intention and memory to someone's daily life. Well, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that. Hi, Tommy. Welcome to the stream. Or Tomic. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Welcome to the stream. I can't believe no one redeemed first to stream until just now. How are you doing? It's been a while. Other projects, I really want to make like a little card holder to put up your tarot cards or your oracle cards or whatever you draw on the day, to have like a little thing to put them in. Roger Clark, what the heck? Well, welcome to the stream. I'm so glad you're here. How's everyone been doing? What has your weekend looked like? What's your summer looked like? Has anyone been on any cool trips? Tell me everything. Thank you, I appreciate that. I never really wear lipstick, but I like when other people wear lipstick, so I'm trying to have the confidence to wear it. So thank you for saying something about that, I appreciate it. I've been, oh yeah, fitness-wise, I haven't talked about health that much, but fitness-wise, I am doing a diet right now, like a cut to lose some weight, just to try to get very lean I think it would be cool to have abs, but I don't really have abs, obviously. But just to lose a little bit of fat. And I think that would be cool if someday I had abs, but I've always had a really hard time with that. It's really hard, especially for women, I think, to get abs, but we're trying, I guess. What am I saying? I feel like I haven't breathed in like an hour. I'm so rambly today. I don't know, I just always have a lot on my mind. I'm always like thinking. And I can never talk about it out loud. Ain't no good day today? What? Rainy and cloudy? That sucks. It's been very dark in Florida where I live. Like every day, all the time, just raining constantly. And it's been so hot. Like you just walk outside and it's like so hot you like can't breathe. So I'm like so grateful for air conditioning. Having like AC is such a good invention. Something I'm very grateful for. Honestly, I feel like nobody ever talks about how great it is to have air conditioning. Like, if you think about it, that's a new invention. Like, our freaking, you know, great-grandparents, whatever, probably didn't have AC at some point. That sounds terrible to me, personally. Stop breathing when I first saw you? Oh my goodness. That's nice of you to say. Thank you. Oh yeah, another fitness thing. I really want to learn hoop. Like hoop dancing. Like hoop flow. I feel like nobody says it out loud, but it's like an Instagram thing. It's called flow, like hoop flow dance. And I obviously don't know how to do that, but I just think it would be fun. It'd be fun to learn. Just like a fun exercise thing to get me moving and outside. Hula hoop dance, like, I don't know, like, it sounds weird, but if you Google it, it looks really cool. It's like kind of like a rave festival kind of dancing, I guess. And I love dancing. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I do love dancing. I wouldn't say that I'm very good. I'm just self-taught, and I've never really had any classes. But I do love dancing, and I think it would be fun to try to challenge myself and to do something a little more like intentional, like not just not just whatever I'm making up, but like try to learn a style of dance. So yeah, that is true. That is true. But it's kind of like a rave style of dance. I do also love shuffling. I can't shuffle, but I do love how other people shuffle, and I think it would be fun to learn that and like the hoop flow or something, whatever they call it. I think that would be fun. Yes, I want to dance. I think that would be really fun and like healing for me, because when I move my body, I think I don't know if anybody else feels like this. I mean, probably at least one other person in the entire world, but sometimes I notice that if I am avoiding working out, it's because I have some emotion that I don't want to face. And I notice that when I really ground like into my body and I'm doing an exercise like yoga or running or whatever, sometimes I literally will start crying. And it will just come out, and I don't know, like even though I don't know what I'm feeling, when I move my body, I can tell that my emotions start really rising up, and it's something I can't ignore. So I just am trying to find more ways to move my body for also the mental health side of it, like to kind of help with my self-expression and and face my emotions. I avoid working out because I'm lazy. I don't really like working out like that much either every day. I would say like 50% of the time I do, but it's sometimes really hard to get myself to work out just because it's hot and there's bugs and it's raining and it's humid and a bajillion reasons. But once I get myself to do it, I like never regret it. I never regret working out. You're gonna eat something, well, enjoy. Try to work out a few times a week. Yes, me too. And also for aging, I feel like I really want to live a really long life. That's something important to me. Like I want to be a 90-year-old that can squat, that can bend over to pick something up if I drop something. Like, I don't really care how long I live. I think what I'm trying to say is I want to be as healthy as long as I can. Rainforest! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the song. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rainforest. You're the sweetest. I appreciate you so much. How are you doing today? I appreciate you. You're the best.
Hi Sarah, less than 3, another month of subbing.
Funny, like the alerts are right in the middle there. Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate you so much, Rainforest. I hope you're doing incredible. How are you doing? If you have time to chat, I would love to chat. I know, right? Grandmaster Wrong, like I feel so good about myself after I work out, and I never regret it. Even if I really didn't want to work out, I never regret it. I'm always happy that I did it, and I'm always like proud that I did it. I'm like, wow, I really did that. One of the best things I ever did for my mental health was run every single morning. Like right when I rolled out of bed, just put my workout clothes on and run. And honestly, that was maybe the healthiest I've ever been. And it just set up my whole day because I would work out and then I would shower in the morning. And then I spend all day feeling like clean, I feel pretty, I feel energized from the workout and all this stuff. Now, because of like my current living situation, I work out at night. So I shower at night before bed. And I don't know, I just feel like showering at night doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean? Like when you shower in the morning, it makes me feel like clean and smelling good and like feel good all day long. But when I shower at night, it's like I didn't spend the whole day like feeling super clean. It's just because like I had to shower after working out. But I don't know. Not that I'm like dirty all day long. It's just like, you know, post shower, I feel like post shower you're like extra smelling good. But I don't know, like the problem is like I have very dry skin. So I can't really shower in the morning and at night. That would be really bad for me. So now I just kind of like wait until after my workout to shower. So, which is fine. Like, it's not like I'm stinky or something. It's just, I don't know. I just prefer the morning shower, but it would be really bad if I showered twice because my skin gets really dry and it would just not be good. But I don't know, maybe I should really think about doing that. Sometime, I mean, I have been thinking about switching back to the morning workouts, but I don't know, like, it's just hard to break a habit, you know what I mean? Like, I've already built up the habit of working out at night, so now if I switch it back to the morning, it'd be really rough for like maybe a week, and then I'd be fine. But I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. As I am a bajillion other things. Oh, I'm tired. You know what's so cute? My therapist, I love her so much. She's my favorite therapist I think I've ever had. She likes tarot, she likes zodiac, she likes astrology, she likes like all the stuff that I like. So I'm not friends with her because it's a professional relationship, but it feels like we're friends when I'm talking with her, and she makes me feel so comfortable. But what's so cute about her is that she also loves belly dancing, and I would just never see her as being into that. Like, if you met her, just how she looks and how she acts, like she just seems like so normal, and then she's like does belly dancing, like you would just never put the two together. But she's so cute because she's always trying to get me to do that. And what I love about it is like she really believes in it, and she really believes like moving your like hips and your body like that like really gets the you know, your chakras cleared. And I believe in that stuff too, but I'm too shy to do belly dancing. I'm like too scared. But that's why I want to do the hula hoop dancing, because it's like flow, it's closer to like shuffling and like rave style. Like I'm more used to like rave style dance. So I think that would be a good happy medium, is why I want to do the hula hoop dancing, because it's a little bit more on the belly dancing side, but still kind of ravey and flowy. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I've been putting it off because I feel like embarrassed or something about it. But it would be fun. I'm just afraid. But yeah, I have a hula hoop, but it's too big. Like, if you know what I mean. I don't know how many of you guys have tried hula hooping, but a hula hoop, when it's really big, is easier because you don't have to, like, when you're moving your hips around, you don't have to, like, rotate as fast. Whereas if you have, like, a small hula hoop, you're, like, going really fast. You know what I mean? So I have a large one, but it's too large to do, like, the tricks. Like, what I want to do is the tricks where you do like the flipping, you do like with your hands, like you flip it around, or you like put it around you, or you like, you know, like spin it. I don't know if I'm making sense, but you're using your hands a lot more, and the hoop is smaller. But the only hoop I have is like really large, so I need to get a smaller hoop so that I can practice. But yeah. That's my story. That's my life story. My throat is honestly a little tired now from talking so long. You guys are lucky you got a just chatting stream. I almost streamed a video game stream, which I feel like you guys don't like as much, but I wanted to talk to you guys, so. Titanium! How are you? I miss you so much. How are you doing? Life has been good. Life has been good. We're struggling. We're having a struggle girl summer, but we're here and we're getting through it, and it's gonna be okay. How are you doing, Titanium? I missed you so much. You always have a special place in my heart. Ranforce, why are you not talking to me? You break my heart, but it's okay. I'm just glad you're here. And yoga. Also yoga though, because I really, really want to do that every day. But it's hard, you know? It's hard to do a bajillion habits every day. Oh, Titanium, you're always busy. I hope you get in some time for a vacation this summer, because you need it. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. I need a tan, but it, like I said a bajillion times already, it's been raining like every single day. So, ironically, I can't tan. But I want to. If I could, I would. But it's been too dark. Like, the sky has been too dark. There's no sun. I was gonna say something else too. Oh yes, I just hope that you can take a vacation at some point in the summer, Titanium. You deserve a break. Good job. Anything else? What is the NASA thing? I keep seeing that. Oh, is it because you guys watched the NASA live stream? That's so awesome. I should have watched that. I don't know why I didn't watch that. I guess I just kept thinking that other people would tell me about it who've watched it, but nobody did. Like, the people who watched it just were like, oh, it was incredible, it was so cool, it was like the best thing ever, but nobody described like what happened in the live stream. And I don't know why I didn't think to ask, but I should have asked. And I should have watched it, and I regret not watching it live. I should have watched it, and I still haven't even watched a replay or anything. But yeah, and it was interesting because earlier this summer I did have a space science class, and that was really fun. But again, like, I didn't watch it at the time. I should have. I was even in a space science class, and I guess I was waiting for them to talk about it, and nobody in my space science class talked about it either. Yeah, next time, I guess. Next time. I don't know. I guess part of me feels like it's fake. Isn't that so weird, like, to admit out loud? I feel like it doesn't make any sense. I'm just like, I think it's fake. I don't know. I think I'm just so, like, no one likes to talk, I guess. I guess so. I mean, they would just say it was awesome and then change the subjects. I don't know. I'm just not good at asking, like, follow-up questions. I'm not good at asking questions. I only think about questions I should have asked after the conversation is over with somebody. Is anybody like that, or is it just me? Where, like, during a conversation it's great, but you kind of, like, black out and you don't really think about anything until after it, and then you're like, oh my god, I should have asked this and this and this, and why didn't I think of this to say, and I should have said that. I'm just a little socially awkward. I was like, why didn't I think of that? I should have asked. Why didn't I think of asking that? I don't know. I just black out. When someone's talking to me, I'm like, uh-huh. And then they leave, and I'm just like, why didn't I say anything? I'm so fucking weird. Oh my goodness. My coffee was really strong today. Ah. Really, really strong. Makes for a better stream, though. Coffee days are good streaming days. Sometimes people like asking after. I guess that's true. Jacob, you asked at the wrong time because now I'm out. You can have the last drop if you want, but now I'm out. So, can't have much more than that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so glad you guys are here. I miss you. I don't know. I do the same thing with you guys where I just convince myself that you hate me, and why should I stream because you hate me, and I never stream. But as usual, I'm wrong. Usually I'm the one trying to keep a streamer hydrated. That's so true. Honestly, I drink too much liquids sometimes. I self-identify as a drink goblin. It's so funny because I will have like a water, a coffee, a tea, an electrolytes drink. I'll have a bajillion drinks. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I know, I just do this thing. I convince myself that people hate me. Not just you guys. Not just you guys, but like people in my real life. Like even at parties, like anytime I talk to anyone, I just convince myself that everyone like thinks I'm weird and doesn't like me. But not like in a mean way. It's more like I just feel sad. I'm like, oh, I wish they liked me. Like I like this person, but but they don't like me. They would never like me. But it's obviously wrong. It's just like a self-brain problem. But I think that's why I give up streaming, because some reason I just convince myself that you guys don't like me because I should stream more often. We should hang out more often. But I'm just not very good at that right now. But we're trying. We're trying. Right? Right. At Publix, I found these tater tots that are dino shaped, and it was the best freaking Publix find I've ever found. Because sometimes I'll go vegetarian for a little bit. Like I'll take like a month or two of just being vegetarian. And I always want the dino shaped nuggets, but if I'm vegetarian, I can't have dino shaped nuggets. So then what am I to do? Well, now they've invented the dino shaped tater tots, which I don't know why they didn't invent sooner, but now they're here, and now I can have dino shaped tater tots, and they're actually way crunchier than the cylinder shape, because the cylinder shape is like thicker, where the dino shape is like a little smaller and has more surface area to be crispier. Just neurodivergent things. It's okay. We are antisocial semi-depressed queen. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know, right? Thank you for larking, Grandmaster Wrong. I know. Trust me. I told them to make for you. I call the CEO myself. Thank you. See, you know exactly what I want. Exactly. I'm just so glad that exists now. I've been having them almost every day since I got them, and they're so delicious. I don't know if you guys have like a specific favorite dip for your tater tots / French fries. We will allow French fries in the conversation. Don't know what you guys like to dip, but I like ketchup and mayo. I used to mix it together. When I was a kid, I used to mix together the ketchup and mayo, and it'd be like a pink color, because pink was my favorite color, but I also just like the flavor better. But now I'll do it side by side, so sometimes I can have just ketchup or just mayo or combine. I've never felt more neurodivergent in my life than talking about this conversation. But yeah, that's been a little thing that's been making me happy. I'm also trying to switch to tea, but I'm having a hard time because honestly, with coffee, I can add a lot of sugar, but to tea, it's a little more like herbal tasting, which I do like. I do like the herbal tasting tea, but it doesn't like satisfy the sugar cravings. But I know I should just have only honey or something. Like I need to cut down on the sugar anyway, so I know I should just cope with that and have the tea. But yeah, it's hard to break that. It's hard to break that coffee addiction, you know? Baby blue is a better color? What do you mean? Compared to what color? What color am I? Oh, pink? I don't know. I go through phases. Sometimes I like pink. Sometimes I like blue or red. I'm kind of in a red phase right now. Even my toes are painted red. I'm going through a little red thing. I'm really liking red right now, but I don't know. And black. I've been wanting to wear black. Like, I kind of want to lean into like my emo goth girl phase. Like, I never got to have that as a teenager. I don't know, like, if this makes any sense at all, but when I was growing up, my parents, like, would, like, get triggered. Like, if I wore a lot of black, they would be scared that I'm turning emo or goth or something. So I just subconsciously kind of, like, they wouldn't tell me it's not allowed, but they would just be like, "Are you okay?" And so, like, I would not wear it. I was actually not allowed to have black nail polish. I don't know why, which is so weird. But yeah, now that I'm older, I'm like, hey, I never got to be goth. I kind of want to do that. So now I'm leaning into some black and red. I like black and red. That must be why I like your look right now. It uses red, my favorite color, and black, one of my other favorite colors. I know, right? Like, I like those aesthetics. I like spooky. I have my jack-o'-lantern blanket, you know? I like spooky. I know, right? I want to do that too. It's time. It's time. So I'm leaning into that a little bit. And that's been really fun and nice. Oh my god. I haven't even talked about this yet. Guys, I watched the entirety of Dexter. I watched the entirety of Dexter for the first time. I did a full watch through, and it's so good. Let me tell you, Dexter is really, really good. I can't believe I didn't watch it sooner. I love spooky shows. I love, like, mystery, like, murder mystery. Like, obviously Dexter isn't fantasy, but I like fantasy, like vampires and werewolves and, like, you know what I mean? So that's been really fun. That was really fun to watch. I even watched the spin-offs. Right now I'm on, like, I watched the Snow one, and I watched, what's it called? Resurrection? Like, the one after that? But now I'm watching Original Sin, which is, I think the one that came in between those two. I don't know, but it's, like, about his beginnings as a serial killer, and that's been really fun to watch too. The only thing that's a little off-putting is that the actors are different in Original Sin, but it's still really good. Honestly, the actors are doing a really great job, except for Harry. I don't like who they cast for Harry, and, like, his... Hi, Ranforsh! Thanks for chatting on YouTube, I appreciate you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the actors are different in Original Sin, which is like the actors are doing a really good job of portraying the characters, so I don't, like, it's not bothering me a lot, except for, like, a couple of them, like Dokes, like, who they cast for Dokes, I don't like that much, just because I feel like he doesn't give as much attitude as the original Dokes. And same with Harry. I don't like Harry, like, who they cast for Harry that much, because I feel like he seems, like, more, like, mean in a weird way. Like, I always felt like Harry's character was, like, lovingly strict, whereas in Original Sin, the spin-off series specifically, that Harry feels way different and, like, more, like, meanly strict, like, not lovingly strict. He's, like, mean about it in, like, a weird way. I don't know. I don't know if anyone has watched what I'm talking about or if you get what I'm saying, but I don't know. That's it, pretty much. That's pretty much what I got. Oh yeah, that's true, Renforsh. I guess I could. Eyelash stuck. If anyone in chat wears, like, mascara, it's freaking annoying when your eyelashes, like, get stuck together. It bothers me a lot. I hate that. What was I gonna say? I don't know how to mod people on YouTube, but I will try, I guess. Well, not I guess, but I will try, I mean. I will try. So I guess just look out for that and see what happens next time. Next time. Not that I'm expecting throne gifts, but I do need to update my throne wish list because I'm so into tarot right now and oracle cards. Like, I think that's going to be a lifelong thing for me. I'm never going to give that up. And there's some decks that I really want really, really bad. And on YouTube, I really want to do some card readings for you guys too. So that's going to be coming up soon. But I just want to be more confident and set on my card meanings before I start reading for you guys, because I want it to be a clear message. I don't want it to be like, obviously it's not going to be 110% accurate for everybody, but I just mean like I want it to be as informed as possible. So yeah. It's funny how like I will kind of start on a whole like rambly thing and then all of a sudden it's just done. Like I'm just like, and that was it. Why am I like this? There's like a weird, it's like a weird pattern on my phone. I don't know what's up with that. It's like the MagSafe. You guys know MagSafe, how there's like a circle that's like magnetic? For some reason it's like worn in on my case, but I don't feel like I ever put it on anything metal. I don't know why I'd be doing that. Kinda weird. Kinda weird. What else? What else? You guys, what is like the best time and day to stream? Because I feel like that's something I'm always confused about. I never really know like what is good for you guys. Sometimes I'm like, the weekend would be perfect, and then when I stream on the weekend, nobody's here. So I would love to know what is a good time for you guys for me to stream, because I just never know, honestly, what is good. It would be really helpful if you told me. I guess I should make a post in the Discord and ask you guys what you want. Or maybe I could do like a poll or something. That would be really helpful too. So yeah, I don't know. Just let me know. Just let me know what you guys think about that. Mostly do daytime streams. I guess that's true. Yes, that is true. That is true. I should do that. And honestly, that's like the best time for me anyway. I just don't want to like, I don't want you guys to miss out on it. I want you guys to be here, so. Or like, if you wanted to be, you know? There's a new phone called Clicks, and it looks like a BlackBerry. It's so cute. It makes me really want to freaking have it so bad. But I don't need a new phone. I just got a new phone like 6 months ago, maybe? I can't remember when I got my new phone, but I love it so much still, and it's still very new, so why change it, you know? I'm not the kind of person that will just get a phone for like shits and giggles, or like to have the newest device. Like, I don't really believe in that. And once it's paid off, I really love having a paid off phone that I don't have to freaking pay for, you know? So I always try to like stick to that as long as I possibly can until the freaking phone dies. Until the phone dies. Which honestly, I kind of feel like they die faster now. Which I don't like, but what can you do? I don't make phones. I just kind of have to conform to what the phone makers make. And that's the whole downside of society. And we just have to accept it. There's little things like that reinforced, and I'm just like, wow, it's crazy that we just have to accept that. Like, everyone collectively knows that phones don't last as long as they used to, but we all just keep buying them because missing out on having a phone would be worse than trying to completely change like the whole system. That would just be so impossible. And so we all just accept it. There's nothing we can do other than accept it. So fuck. But that's it. Yeah. The like AC is blasting into my eyes right now, and it's making my eyes feel so dry. Kind of funny. Oh my god. I just realized Ludwig is engaged now to Cutie Cinderella. Did they ever even confirm if they're together? I just saw a post about that Ludwig and Cutie Cinderella are engaged now, I guess. Since yesterday, which is crazy. Like, sheesh. They're engaged now? I thought they weren't dating. I thought they were saying they aren't dating. I don't know. My mind is blown now. My work manufacturing says at the same time, 1, don't use phones during work, but also 2, use phones. Wait, it's not letting me scroll. Use phones. My god, bro. It's because my mouse is broken. It won't like scroll. But 2, use phones to help take pictures, fill out forms, etc. regarding work items. What the fuck, bro? That's so mean. Like, it's like they just want to like tell you to fuck off whenever they feel like it. I have the iPhone 17 Pro, but I regret getting the orange color. Really? Why did they make it orange? Yeah, my mouse like scroll thing is broken, so it won't work, and it's really annoying sometimes. Like, if I want to scroll, it's really annoying. But I can't believe they even made an orange color. Jacob, I can't believe they made orange. That's so weird to pick that color. I mean, it's not weird of you to pick that color. I just would think that that's not a very popular color, like, for iPhone to choose to make, you know? I don't know if anything makes sense anymore. Man. I just can't breathe anymore. I don't know, like, what the fuck is going on with social media anymore. If anybody could tell me, that would be great. But honestly, I feel like at a certain point when on social media, at a certain point, it just starts to feel like people are just posting anything. Like, do you guys remember the times when social media was like, this person would only post about this topic and that was it? And they would never post about anything else. But now it feels like everyone I follow is just posting whatever the fuck they want. Like, it's not even about a certain topic anymore. And it's really confusing to me as someone who's like kind of a content creator, because I'm like, does that mean I just post everything about my life? Or should I stick to my quote unquote niche thing about only posting about one topic? Like, it's so fucking confusing. I tried to help by sending new messages so that hopefully it would scroll up. Thank you, Reinforce. Yeah, I figured it out. You know how you can like highlight with your cursor? I use that to scroll to read your message. But yeah, this isn't it kind of weird? Like, why is everyone just posting literally everything now? Like, I don't know. Part of me, part of me feels mean because there's only certain accounts that I like that they post more, like of anything. But then there's other accounts where I'm like, I don't care like about these things about you. I just want you to post what I followed you for. Like there's this one lady that I follow because I really liked her planner videos. Like she had planner videos about her planner layouts, and I followed her for that. But then she starts posting about all this drama because she has like a Tesla Cybertruck thing, and she'll just post about how people like will flick off her car because they don't like Tesla and they're like against Elon Musk or whatever. And she'll just post like on her story all this hate that she gets for having a Tesla. And I'm just like, I don't care like about all of this. Just post planner stuff. I just followed you for the planner stuff. I don't want to see all this drama. I don't know. I don't know. I hope this is relatable, but that's how I feel, guys. Like, and then there's other people where I'm like, I want to know what you drink. I want to know what you eat. I want to know everything about you. Like, I love these certain accounts because it's like, I like those people and that's what I follow them for. But then other people, I'm just like, I don't give a shit about your personal life. I just want to see what you post, like, for art or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's mean, but it's a whole other thing. I want my life in 2026. Wow, thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Oh, I think it's time. I have something to do in an hour. I'm meeting my parents, meeting up with my parents. So I should probably take a little break and eat some lunch. But before I go do that thing. So I guess I'll end the stream here, guys. Thank you for chatting with me. I really appreciate you guys being here. I had so much fun talking to you guys. So yeah. And thank you so much, Reinforced, for the sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an amazing day, you guys. Please follow in the Discord for alerts when I go live. And I will see you on the next stream. Bye, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me.